What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I am, of course, your host, the one and only. Thank God for that. I think we can all agree on Reckless Rex Ruger. That, of course, is my one and only sidekick, the only one I've ever needed, the Alexis Arguello puppet. He does the watch in the back. I do the talking. We got a pretty good operation going here. But y'all know what we do here, and that is put on the most amazing and real boxing conversations anywhere on planet Earth. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the come up. Coming here to chop it up with yours truly, your boy Reckless Rex. Welcome to my boxing brethren out there, gathered here yet again for another incredible episode, a banger, if you will, of course. Like I always say, I'm very biased. To me, they're all bangers, but the proof is in the pudding. You guys do your due diligence. Go check out the playlist. 280 plus incredible episodes. So go peruse. Like I always say, and I'll say it again, I'm like a stuck record. It's a treasure trove of incredible boxing content and conversations. There is literally something there for everybody. If you dig those conversations with the OGs of the sport and the legends, we got them. If you're looking for chats with the young, up-and-coming future rising stars and champions of the future, we got plenty of them. So literally something there for everybody. Dive on in, check it out. If you dig what we do, like, subscribe, smash that notification bell to stay tapped in. Of course, at the time of this recording, it is Monday, September 8th. We are just a mere trying to think what that is for my Spanish audience. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco days away from a boxing super fight. Maybe we haven't had one since Floyd and Manny. We are 5 days away from seeing Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford. So let me just do my boxing brethren a solid out there and remind y'all to make sure your Netflix subscription is up to snuff. You're going to need it because that's where this fight will be exclusively shown on. So scramble around, figure out your password, renew your subscription, get your sign-up stuff all in order. You're going to want to be tapped in this upcoming Saturday for arguably, not even arguably, the biggest fight we've seen in quite a long time. The public has clamored for it. Turki Al Sheikh has ponied up the dough and gotten the deal done, as he seems to do time and time again. The man is he's a doer. My guest is here, so we're going to get down to and chop it up. I'm excited about this one, so here we go again. Let's do it. And there he is. Sammy, what's going on? I just can't hear you. You got to turn on your microphone. Bottom of the screen there. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I leave everything in, man. I leave all the hiccups right in. You can hear me, though, right? If it's not working, go out and pop back in again. We'll get him working. We'll get him working. Do we got you this time?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. There we go. Hey,
right, perfect. Sorry about that, man.
You know what? Thank God technology is making the world such an easier place, right? I mean, Jesus. I mean, what the hell did we do before we had it? I'll tell you what we did, and I can say this as a 50-something-year-old guy. I sometimes wish we didn't have as much. But I'm a little old school, though. I mean, granted, it's helped the world a lot, man. But Jesus, I watch my grandkids go crazy with those tablets and those video games.
Oh, yeah. I think that's bad, too, man. Everybody should be outdoors and stuff, you know?
Thank you. Yeah, I like that kind of an old school mentality. I mean, roll up your sleeves, man, and go outside and fall down and get dirty, right?
Go hunting, fishing, something.
Yes. Yeah. I like the way we started that. Like a public service announcement for the youth right there.
That's how I got raised. I mean, that's the way I feel like it should be, and that's the way I want to raise my kids, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up, how you were raised, man. So usually when I start these things, and first of all, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad we got a chance to do this, man. When did the boxing journey start for you, man? When did you get a pair of boxing gloves on?
I started at 8 years old. I don't know what got me into it. I still don't know why I told my dad to take me. I actually told my dad since I was 6 to take me to boxing gym. He just
Okay.
never did, and I ended up going. He took me on my 8th birthday,
Okay.
and then he told me when I was about 15 years old that he never took me. I was like, "Why didn't you take me when I was 6?"
Yeah.
And he said because I thought you were gonna quit. Like I didn't take you. Like he told me years later.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to waste his time.
That probably is a
And
genuine concern, though, right? Because for people who don't know, man, it is just more than just showing up at the gym. It's a lifestyle.
yeah,
It is. Yeah.
100%. And sometimes
And
you're gonna fall off, and then you have to get your ass back up. You know?
was there anybody opposed to your boxing journey? Like I know a lot of times I get fighters on here, and I've done almost 300 of these episodes, where the fathers are pretty stoked to get their kids in there. We all love our kids to be athletes. Maybe
Yeah.
the moms not so excited about their babies getting punched in the face for a living. Was there anybody that was opposed to you getting into it?
I don't think so. Nah,
No.
my family is like all about boxing.
Yeah.
My uncles all boxed from both sides. My mom's side and my dad's side. So it was
Everybody
like in
was
the
cool.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like so you're into it very young. Are you watching a lot of it on TV?
Yes. Yes, I was. I was watching everything at that moment, and I was always watching videos, bro. When I wake up, I would watch. I remember I'd watch the Mayweather highlights, certain
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
every morning, bro, before school.
So would you say he's one of those guys that you were, when we're watching sports, especially when we're playing those sports, we have guys we look up to that we want to emulate that are kind of our sports heroes. I mean, you're mentioning Mayweather. Were there other ones that you were watching?
I mean, Mayweather, that video would just pump me up, getting motivated. But my really like idol, I guess, the one you could say that I would look up to is Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm sure he's
that
probably
was
a
the
lot of,
man.
yeah. I actually just did International Boxing Hall of Fame weekend earlier in the summer, and Roy was
Okay.
actually there. And I think he was there not so much to be harassed by the fans, but he was actually there to watch the fights. And I know everybody wanted to make a mad dash for him, man, but he got the hell out of there, though, because I think he knew he's a popular guy in the sport, man. Some people are there for Hall of Fame weekend, to be fan friendly. I think he was just dropping in because he was particularly interested in some of the
Yeah.
fights. But listen, I was awestruck to see him, dude. He's a part of so
We're
many
we're
boxing
we're
memories
actually
for me.
we're actually pretty good friends.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the
like we
guy.
talk to each other, like text each other a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
and listen, not a bad guy to learn from either.
Nah, great heart, dude. That guy has the best heart, I think.
Yeah.
Like person I met. Yeah.
I just saw an incredible moment with him too, man. Like where the guy that where the guy
Oh,
that got the gold medal at the Olympics came and gave it back to him.
yeah, that was crazy.
Fr-
But I mean, that was a good thing by that guy. That was a very honest thing to do, you know.
Yeah,
'Cause that was a
yeah,
bad robbery. I even remember seeing a video of
it
it.
was. Yeah, it was. But for a guy to be, big enough in life to obviously Roy's accomplished a lot. I don't know, what that guy that won the gold medal has accomplished in life, but that probably is one of his biggest accomplishments. I mean, Roy has won world titles and been on the major stage. So
Yeah,
to relinquish that medal, that's a big step.
yeah, yeah. That was a big thing to do, but
Yeah.
it was the right thing to do, man. That was awesome. That was awesome to see.
How about current fighters, man? Because obviously, if you're involved in sport, you also must be a fan yourself. Who do you enjoy watching right now that's doing it, like amongst your peers?
I like Crawford. Crawford is one of my top.
Yeah,
Alberto Ortiz, one of my teammates out in Cali. Um, I would say Gervonta.
yeah,
Gervonta, I like watching, and it was Lomachenko.
yes.
Lomachenko, and before he retired, Lomachenko was just different. Oh, Bam Rodriguez, Bam,
Yes. Yeah.
Bam,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad to see Bam accomplish so much, man, because I've said this on here before. It does seem like for a while, those lower weight classes didn't get a lot of love. You know what I mean? Like people didn't care about anything like from 135 or 140 under. And
yep,
it's nice to see those smaller guys. A guy like Bam gets on the pound for pound list, and suddenly people start to say, hey, there's great fights going on down at flyweight and at bantamweight and all these other weights.
yeah, and Bam really put a spotlight on it,
Yeah, he did. He did.
100%.
And so since you brought Bud up, I'll get back to talking about, your career in a moment, but because we don't see a lot of super fights, maybe the last one was Floyd and Manny. at the time of recording this, it's September 8th. We're 5 days away from seeing Canelo and Bud. What's your opinion on that
Damn.
fight?
I'm excited for that one. Look, man, to be honest with you, I put money on Crawford.
Yeah,
I put money on Crawford. He has and I know the weight difference. That's gonna be the factor if it does come down to that. But I put money on Crawford because he has so much in his toolbox,
yeah,
so much. And Canelo's had problems with southpaws,
yeah,
and Crawford knows how to do it, and
yeah.
knows, and he could do righty, lefty, whatever he wants. And he has just too much in the arsenal, you know.
And plus, when I'm seeing pictures of him now on Facebook, man, he looks like he's put the weight on the right way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I want to see. Like the first few rounds, we'll see it.
Yeah, how
We'll
he's going
see.
to perform with it on. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see how the weight difference really will affect.
yeah,
But I mean, it was done before Hagler and Leonard. So I mean, it's. I mean, some people out there are thinking like it's not no possibility, but I mean, it's happened before in history.
sure,
It's
sure.
happened.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at your record, you're 13-0, 8 knockouts. So you've knocked out more people than you've had to go to the cards. But for people that haven't seen you fight, you look on the heavy-handed side. But we see fighters labeled knockout artists, technical boxers, boxer punchers. For people that haven't seen what you do, how would you assess your fighting style?
For me, man, I mean, I could do different things also, but my main thing is my I would say the pressure and the volume punching.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing because I mean it's gonna be really hard to stop me
Yeah.
from coming,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing about me, man. The volume punching, my endurance, and of course the power as well. But I'm back also, yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing. Like
Do you feel pressure at all as a young fighter? Obviously, I've been critical of it many times on this show, where we do still see bad judging, bad scorecards turned in sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it can change the trajectory of your career and potentially getting big fights and where you go in the future. Do you think about that? Have you been in a situation where a fight has gone to the cards, amateurs or pros, and you've been worried about possibly being on the wrong end of a lousy decision?
in the amateurs, not in the pros,
No.
and I hope not to. But in amateurs, yeah, it's happened a couple of times where the other fighter would come over to me after and the coach and tell me
Yeah.
they thought I won and they'll give me the trophy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Amateurs was real horrible at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, we do still see it in the pros. I guess a good way around that is to knock everybody out, but you can't always count on that though.
yeah,
Um
definitely.
so uh what goals have you set for yourself now that you're in the sport? Like, obviously, guys get in to accomplish a number of different things. I think everybody at some point wants to be a world champion, but like Bud really likes that idea of becoming undisputed. We saw Manny accomplish a lot and go through a lot of different weight classes. Some people are in it for financial. Or what goals and have you carved out for yourself that you'd like to accomplish?
I want to make it for me, honestly, bro. Um, the legacy, of course, is the first thing, and to give my daughter a great life.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
fight for. To be
yeah.
honest.
But you do want world titles and championships, though,
I do
right?
want, well, yeah, that's my dream. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's why I said legacy number one, but also most importantly to make a good living for my daughter.
how far away do you think with 13 wins under your belt already? I don't know if this is
How
something you've talked
far?
about. Yeah. So do you feel like, as far as the timeline, you're on the cusp of those world title opportunities?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you see it, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, you get
Yeah.
the call anytime after this, because now that I'm back at it, because I did not think I was in a box again. Another door opened for me in real estate and stuff like that. So I was
Uh-huh.
out of it for I guess a year. And I came back at it, thanks to the man upstairs, to be honest with you. And it changed everything about my life, perspective, and things. And I went to church, man. I broke down and stuff. You know, certain things happen in my personal life, certain issues, and I just needed God, bro.
Yeah.
And I got it. And for some reason, like from one day to the next, it's like my love came back. Everything came back. The hunger.
Yeah.
And I went straight to the gym. I've been working out 3, 4 times every single day. I've already lost. It's been a month. I lost 24 pounds. I got another. The rest is easier. But
Yeah.
everybody's freaking out the way the physique and all that stuff changed so fast. But it's because I put the work in and all the dieting.
Right, right, right. And so that explains, because I was going to ask you about that. That explains the period of inactivity, because you last fought in July of last year, and you have a fight coming up in October. So that explains that period in
Yeah,
between. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. And even though even those fights as well, like my last fight, and like for 2 or 3 before that, the love was already gone. Like I
yeah,
didn't really have the hunger for it no more. And that's happened to me before. I mean, everybody has stuff they're going through. You know what I mean? That's what I feel
no
like my
doubt.
purpose is.
Yeah,
So if I feel like I have to fight for those people dealing with demons, dealing
yeah,
with mental issues or addictions or anything like that. That's my
yep,
purpose.
yep,
And I'm thanking the God upstairs, man upstairs for helping me and saving me.
yeah.
And I feel like that's what he put me here for. My purpose is to fight for those people.
And I'm glad, man, too, man, because it is good here in 2025 that there's not the stigma that there used to be on talking freely about mental health and those type of issues. And I think it's even more important when people do it uh, it's great when anybody does it, but people in your position who are perceived as guys that are tough, have a hard exterior, the fact that you can show that type of vulnerability, we can see the guys like Tyson Fury or Danny Garcia or Teofimo Lopez, or guys that have had to step
Yes.
away and say, hey, yeah, I'm in the hurt business, man, but I can hurt inside too.
We're human too. And
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's crazy that you brought that up, Tyson Fury, because he's the reason why I came back into boxing years ago.
yeah, yeah,
Because I was really attempted suicide
yeah.
about two times in my life.
Wow.
He Tyson Fury was the reason why I got help years ago.
Yeah,
My first fight. And Tyson Fury was the reason. So that's what I want to do for my community. You know what I mean? Because Tyson
yeah,
Fury has a similar culture where he's from, like that machismo, the hard,
sure.
like where he's from. So that's why I stood up for it, and I'm an advocate for it, because over here where I'm from, the Mexican culture, it's like that as well, the machismo. But then you see there's more killings and suicides than drug overdoses and all that crap.
Right,
So
right.
that's why that's my purpose, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do. Just with Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury could touch me from way the hell over there.
right.
I could touch
Yeah.
people right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's nice to see that it's not so taboo to speak about it anymore. Because it used to be one of those things where, the 70s, the 80s, what I mean, people just stuffed everything down inside, kept everything in the
Exactly.
closet, didn't talk openly about, hey, I'm going through this shit. I want to get it out there.
Exactly. So
Important.
that's what we're doing, man. And so far it's going great, and so far it's been great. I just can't wait to fight again. And then we're getting a lot of big offers.
So what's the preparation been like, man? Like now that you are back in full swing, you talked about dropping a lot of the weight. Do you feel like I don't even know if it's necessarily a thing anymore, but you used to hear it all the time. Do you feel any type of rust?
Honestly, no, man. I got
No.
a strength and conditioning coach, Tony. Actually, I feel probably better right now than I probably ever have in boxing.
Do you think
I
in some ways the break kind of rejuvenated you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And with my strength and conditioning coach, man, Tony De La Garza, it's going awesome, and I don't think I've ever done some workouts that he's ever given me, but it's helping me so much, and I feel better right now than I ever did, I think, and ever and that's just right now,
Yeah.
and I just been with him for a little less than a month, so I can't wait to see what else, how more I grow and
Right.
my
Right.
body, everything. So I feel like the best is yet to come, and the world championship is gonna be a lot closer than people think.
When you got into boxing, uh, and you get into the gym all those years ago, as a young boy, did you feel like it had all came naturally to you? Did you have a natural tendency? Like, did you get in there and it all at any point realize like, hey, I've got hands, or like this is easier than I thought? Or was it kind of like, was there a big learning curve?
No, I remember my first sparring match was my first or second. I think it was my second, if I'm not mistaken. But I knocked the guy out flat, like flat.
Right out of the gate.
He
Yeah.
was like he was like 2 years or 3 years older than me,
Yeah.
and I threw the first two punches and knocked him unconscious, like cold.
Well, that'll build
And
your confidence.
yeah, that I remember the trainer at that time was started with me, with my cousins. They were like, "Damn, like you got it, like you
Yeah.
got it." And ever since then, I remember it was a Friday, my first day ever training. I threw up like like a mother, bro. I threw
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and then I remember Monday came. I came home from school. I was bored, and I remember that Friday. I said, "I'm never coming back again." I
Yeah.
remember looking myself in the mirror. And then that next Monday came, and I ended up going. I ended up being bored, and then I told my dad, take me to the gym."
You mean in
And
the
I
gym.
went.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's been a wrap. You know.
And now talk to me a little bit about I mentioned that you are 13-0, 8 knockouts. You do have a draw on your resume, and I'm wondering, I've asked other fighters this, when you have a draw, and this is just your opinion, of course, when you come out of a ring and essentially someone tells you that you fought another man and it was a tie, you know what I mean? How do you take that? Does it feel like indifferent? Does it feel like a loss to you? Does it feel like a sense of incompletion? How do you process a draw when you get back to the locker room?
Yeah, that was actually for the ABO title. There was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that people don't know and probably will never know, but that's
Right,
between me and myself.
right,
But yeah, it felt like a loss.
yeah,
It felt to me, you know what I mean? Because all I see is win, 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 win,
right,
and that's my thing. So as a draw, like it's not a win. So I felt real bad. That's why I rematched him right after.
yeah,
I needed that. Some fighters don't rematch the draws. If you
right,
notice that,
right, right. Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
they
them
don't. I,
don't.
I I don't, but I know it's a lot important to a lot of fighters, man, to get that get back though. You know what I mean? There are a lot of guys who have
That
that same
that's
school of thought
that's
as
how
you.
that's exactly my thought. I need
Yeah,
my leg back.
yeah.
So I went, I fought him, and I took his belt. I got my leg back.
And so now that you're back in the swing of things, reinvigorated, re-inspired again, how active would you like to be? Like you're obviously going to fight in October, but once 2026 rolls around again, out of the gate, how many fights, if you had your way, would you like to be?
Every year at least four,
Four. Yeah.
at least 4 or 5. Like
Yeah.
like before, like I was real active, and that's how I want to be. I want to I need a fight to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, praying to God that no injuries come across. But I'm the type that I need something to look forward to.
Yeah, and I do think when Tyson Fury spoke about his mental illness, I think that's kind of what he alluded to too. That boxing, kept him with a singular goal. You know what I mean? And that was and that kept him in a good headspace.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
And that's what's gonna. I mean, that's about me. Like, if I have nothing really to look forward to, especially fighting somebody, I kind of like, the
Yeah.
the the it kind of like, I need that. I need
Yeah.
that. I need something to look forward to. I need a fight. I need a fight. That's how I was before, and that's the way it's gonna be again. So now that everything's back to the way it was, everything's falling into place, and I'm ready. Like right now, we already have another fight coming up. We're getting
Okay.
offers for another one right after this. I mean, of course, I'm not looking past anybody,
Right.
but just after this fight's over, then okay, we can go ahead and sign a contract for that one or this one. Boom, 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 right away. Like I want to stay as active as possible.
And where will you be fighting? At 140?
This one will be 147, I believe.
Okay. But where would you like to call home? Do you feel like you're going to settle into a
140.
specific 140? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's my place.
Okay. And now
Yeah.
looking at the current landscape of the 140-pound division, is there somebody or maybe more than one person who stands out at that weight class as, the guy right now? I mean, I know there's guys holding
There's a lot of
multiple
people
guys
there.
yeah, there's multiple guys holding belts, but is there anybody that you think is really like the guy at 140?
I don't think there's like one guy.
First of
I
all,
don't think
shame on me.
so.
I have a boxing podcast, and even I'm drawing a blank on who the hell's holding all these belts at 140. We need to go back to one goddamn champion, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah,
Jesus,
okay, I agree with that 100.
this
percent
gets hard to do sometimes, man, doing this boxing podcast. Uh, uh, so
But
Richardson,
I don't think there's a one guy.
so Richardson Hitchens, I think, has a belt.
Yeah, and then Teofimo, I think, or no, Rolly.
No, Rolly moved up and got and
Oh
fought
yeah,
Ryan at
yeah, yeah.
147. Yeah, yeah.
Was it Teofimo?
Yeah, Tiafimo might have a belt at
Yeah, I
140.
think he
Yeah,
does have one.
yeah. And then
And then
it looks like Keyshawn Davis is gonna immediately be ranked. It looks like he's gonna move up to 140 pounds. Not have a belt, but I mean he missed weight at his last fight, so I mean I think he's gonna be throwing his hat into the ring at 140 pounds. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that absolutely terrible that we can't now here I am all unprofessional like trying to find it on well, I mean
I mean, it's the main weight class, bro. Like, you know what I mean? There's everybody there, and everybody's gonna be there. The 135 pounders that are not there yet, they're gonna be there. Like,
right.
it's the I guess you could say it's the money weight by what they call it.
You're right. You're right. And just to clear it up, so people don't beat up on me in the comment section. So Tiafimo has the WBO, Hitchens has the
Yeah.
IBF, Subriel Matias has the WBC, and Pitbull has the interim at WBC, and then the WBA is Gary Antoine Russell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gary
Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah, I had to
Okay.
clear that up before I look like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about and lose all my credibility on here. They're going to be like,
I didn't know Matias got it back.
Yeah, he had that very controversial fight the last time on one of those Turkey Ala Sheikh cards where he fought Alberto Puello, and it was a very polarizing decision.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that thought,
Yeah, I
he
remember
didn't.
that one.
Yeah, because Puello had the belt, and a lot of people thought Subriel didn't do enough to take it or whatever. But so, like, if you had your way, like without causing trouble or calling anybody out, is there anybody there that you see as a great matchup for you? You know what I mean? Like, if you could play matchmaker right now, and someone could say, "Hey, take your pick of which one of these champions you feel like you match up best with."
Probably. Wait. Oh no, not Ryan is not there, right? Um, at 140, man, the one I would probably want to, bro. And all my respects to him, to a female, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, do you have a history with Tiafimo? Do you know Tiafimo? Have you
Nah,
sparred?
like I remember them in the amateurs though. I know I was almost a Richard Hitchens. Um, I fought Virgil in the
Yeah,
amateurs. But as far as the 140 pounders, um, I mean we all knew each other from the amateurs.
right.
Like we're all there around there. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney
Yeah,
at 132 though at that time. But I mean we're all there. With Gerald Boots Ennis
yeah,
too. Um, everybody that's basically Teofimo,
yep.
all of them.
Are you are you are you a fan of another polarizing character in the sport, another kind of hot topic? Love him or hate him, he's inserted himself into the sport. Are you a fan of Jake Paul and what he's brought to boxing?
I am. I like Jake Paul.
Yeah,
I mean, I like him because of what he did, what he's doing for the boxing. As
yeah,
far as bringing other people, yeah, that's one thing. But the way he's helping boxers financially,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It brings eyes to the sport too, and he's done some great things for the women too.
yeah. I mean, look what he did too with Ben Askren. Also, I mean, he paid for his medical
I
bills,
know,
stuff
I
like that.
know.
It's not stuff you see in boxing, bro. Because
You're right.
boxing could be brutal. I've
Yes.
seen it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so talk to me a little bit about, obviously a boxer is only as good as the team around him, man. Talk about a little bit about the team you have around you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you're working with Robert Garcia?
I'm working with Robert Garcia. Yeah, we go train over there as well. This one I am a strength and conditioning coach, and um, I'm looking to go back to my old trainer. To be honest with you,
Okay.
my
Okay.
old trainer, that I was with that took me to 9-0,
Okay.
James
Okay.
Bailey. So
Eh,
that's what we're working on right now,
Okay.
and it's going good.
Okay. And uh, so do you feel like it's realistic to say, as far as a timeline, that we will see Sammy Castaneda in a title fight in 2026?
Oh, title fight like by
Yeah.
2026. I believe it's possibility by the end of 2026. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's a big possibility. The way I'm gonna keep myself active, yeah.
So when you say you kind of lost that spark for boxing, man, uh, you know, because I think sometimes, man, like if any young fighters are watching this, it's relatable stuff, a lot like the mental health stuff. Take me through what that journey was like, man. How did you lose the spark? How did you get the spark back? Like when you say that you kind of like lost interest.
Um, another door opened for me, which is real estate.
Yep.
I became a sales director for
Okay.
Zarate Homes.
Yep.
It's a bigger developer here. And I that door opened for me. So, boxing was my only door. And then this door opened for me as well. So it's like another door open for me. So I had another opportunity.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just thinking of my health as well, things like that. And I mean, it just the love felt more to real estate for a minute. And I just didn't really like the love was already gone though from like my 2 fights ago. And I don't know what it was, like nothing specific, but I know like the business side of it, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and the way things can end up. You know what I mean? I saw it like around me and stuff like that.
Right.
By other fighters, of course,
Yep.
and it just kind of pushed me away too. Like it just fell out, man.
Have you thought about, because you seem like a pretty calculated guy, and in just a couple minutes I've been talking to you, man, like you really think things through. Have you thought about how long you'd like to be in the sport? I've had guys on here who know that they don't want to fight past a certain age or fight past a certain amount of fights. Are you playing it by ear, or have you thought about your career in those terms?
Like my thing is, I would want to stop by the age of 32.
Okay.
But the thing is you just never know as a fighter, and
Right.
we see it all the time. It's
Right.
because there's a different feeling when boxers get in that ring. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Right.
a there's a it's like a high, bro. It's like a drug, and
Yeah.
it's addictive. And that little feeling, man, is that feeling is like fighters look for it again and again and again.
Chasing
I
it.
mean,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, my goal is 32 years old, but you just never know until you're actually there.
How old are you right now, if I might ask?
Right now, I'm 27.
So where do you feel like you are in terms of, there's always been so much debate made about an athlete and being in their prime. It used to be associated with being young, but then we do see fighters now like Beterbiev and Alexander Usyk, these guys that are pushing 40 and still performing at a high level. Where do you feel like at 27 you are in terms of your prime? You don't have a lot of mileage on you. You've only got 14 fights, so you haven't been through tons of wars. You don't have 30, 40 fights under your belt already. Where do you feel like you are in terms of your prime?
I feel like I'm in my prime, like I'm hitting my prime right now.
Yeah.
I feel like that. My
Yeah.
body
Hitting it.
feels good. We're doing more science behind my weight drop, which is I never done before.
Yeah.
As far as a fat percentage and muscle percentage, stuff like
Right.
that. We're keeping it calculated and we're watching every move. I feel like I'm getting into my prime right now. This is
So
my
could that
this
so
first
could
fight.
that so could that 5-year window, if you're 27 and you're talking about stopping at 32, if you were at the door of 32 and things were really rolling, could that timeline change, or are you locked into 32?
Yeah, it could definitely change. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying like we
Yeah.
got to see when we get there.
Right. Like Bernhard Hopkins was probably didn't think he'd be fighting at 51.
Well, I don't know that's too crazy.
That's old. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that won't happen.
especially to still be getting punched. I mean, that's not like some other job, man. Like where you're, people are hitting you for a living. Like
Nah,
that's not one of those. Yeah,
I give him all my respects to that dude, but no.
yeah. So have you thought about, in that same token, have you thought about your life after boxing? Like, I know you got the real estate thing going. Have you thought about like when you actually are done performing in the ring and you hang the gloves up? Will you go in another direction, or do you think you'll keep a foot in boxing? Are you interested in promoting or coaching and training yourself? Are you interested in staying in the sport on some level?
Yes.
Yeah,
Probably for sure a trainer,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm gonna need a foot in boxing some way somehow. Maybe
yeah,
managing. I mean, I don't know. We just don't know until we get there. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a foot in.
yeah. I think there needs to be I think it's great when ex-boxers, man, like get into the not so much the coaching, man, because sure, an ex-boxer ought to be able to teach a kid coming up, how to throw a jab and
Yeah.
how to do footwork. But I think it's great when guys get in like more on a managerial aspect, man, so they can really guide young fighters how to manage their money, how to be smart early on in their career. I don't think there's enough of those kind of guys around. I don't even know what you would call it. An advisor, an agent, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it'll be like an agent.
Yeah.
But I also, what I really want to do and what my goal is by the time I win the championship belt
Yeah.
is open a nonprofit, a mental health organization.
Oh,
So like
okay.
I want to open, and I've already talked to doctors from here
Yeah.
and people that I know, and that we can make it happen. So that's my goal, like really big goal. Like
That's a
once
big
I
one.
do that to help
Yeah.
all the people around, and I want to do it in a real way, not just like doctors, but I want to have people that actually gone through it, which there is a lot,
Sure.
and go over there. You know what I mean? So we could like actually talk to them and teach them, and just helping people that deal with it, man. That
Yeah.
that go through this every day because it's a thing that does not go away. You got to just learn how to cope with it. That's what it
Oh,
is.
very well said. Yeah, and as somebody that struggled with it, and I think the general public would be lying if somebody didn't say on some level, and I think it all falls under the umbrella of mental illness. We've all gone through some type of anxiety, depression, stress. Call it what you will, call it by any name you want, man. But it all falls under the umbrella. When did you first tap into that? If we could talk candidly, when did you tap into that it was an issue for you? When did you first start to notice that hey, what I mean, like there's other stuff that's ticking and going on in my mind.
Until I try to take my life, and I mean also addiction as well. You
Yeah,
know, and
I've been to both. I've been to both places. Yep.
yeah, dude, and drinking
Yep.
and other things, other substances. Like it was just that some people have that addictive personality,
Yep.
and I do have that. And the biggest thing though was trying to take my own life,
Yeah.
and that was really when I saw Tyson Fury's video, because I
Yeah.
was one of those two that was like, man, like shut up, like
You're
shut up,
right.
there's
Right.
nothing wrong with me.
Right.
And I remember I seen that video, Tyson Fury, my whole family was there and stuff. Um, then I saw a video of Tyson Fury talking about it, about his story.
Yep.
And the crazy part is, and what he got diagnosed with and stuff like that. The crazy part is, I got diagnosed with every exact thing that he got diagnosed with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was wild. But he's the reason why his story was just like mine, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I was just like, or my story was like his. But like that's when I was like, man, like I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get help.
And were
And
you and had your boxing career? Was your boxing career in full swing when you were going through this stuff?
no,
No.
I was not boxing.
No. So this was prior to the boxing career.
Yeah, prior before my first fight, I was 220 pounds.
So you were pretty young dealing with this stuff then, because you're a young guy
Yeah, it
now
was
to
like
me. I mean,
I was like 20,
yeah,
around there, 21.
yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of people would probably automatically say, "Geez, man, you're a 20-year-old, kid, for lack of a better word, man. Like what are you so
Yeah.
stressed out about? You know what I mean?" But listen, man, it again covers all ages.
All ages. And
Yeah,
and there's certain things that go on in your personal life, traumatizing things as well. And I mean, you just don't know what people are going through, man. Like,
no, you don't.
it doesn't matter what age you are, really.
So would you credit boxing on some level?
Oh yeah, it saved
With
my
being a
life.
savior, saved you?
Yeah, it saved my
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
100%. That's like my therapy.
Yeah, yeah. So if it wouldn't have been boxing, you started this at a young age. Was there, were you athletic by nature? If it wasn't boxing, what avenues in life were you looking to explore, or was it always going to be boxing?
It was always gonna be boxing.
Yeah, you're destined. Yeah,
I've always had that in my head.
yeah,
Yeah, since I was 8 years old. I mean, since I was, let's say realistically, like once I started like knowing this is my career, it was
yeah,
about 14, 13.
yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then I've always had that only in my head.
And did you have the same backstory that a lot of guys I have on here, man? Like, I know I asked you if it came natural. Were you getting in a lot of like street fights as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of guys' backstory on here. It really is.
Yeah. I think, yeah, if you get a lot of street fights, you got to go boxing.
More often than not, yeah. And then someone just says, "Hey, you know what? If you're going to do this, I'm going to bring you to a boxing gym, and you're going to do it under some type of, watchful eye or in some controlled
Yeah.
setting, rather than just out there on the streets just running through guys."
Yeah. And it helps also, like, with, like, people that have, like, anger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because that's what really happens. People hold stuff in,
we do. Yeah,
and so you explode, bro.
yeah,
And you're
yeah,
gonna explode. You don't know what could happen when you explode. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You just
Right.
be
That's where we see these mass shootings and these school shootings and all this crazy stuff that pops off. I know it's
exactly,
crazy.
and
Yeah.
you black out. So
And you just start to wish, like, geez, man, if someone could have got to that guy, who shut up a school a week before and tapped into what was going on with him. You know what I mean? You always think the what if. Hey,
yeah,
hey, did anybody try to reach this guy? Was anybody aware that he was hurting inside? You know what I mean? Like, see, that's the thing with mental illness too. A lot of people can, are. I think when you have it, you become good at disguising it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Putting on a brave face.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Sometimes people won't even know that they're around you. You got
And
them
people
fooled.
won't know because
Yeah.
you walk around with a smile on your face,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
But it's a that's why I call it demons, bro.
Yeah. It is. It
All
is.
little voices in your head and stuff.
And so you've got the fight coming up in October. I know you're losing the weight. You're getting physically prepared. How do you approach the fight because you've been out of the ring for a while? How do you approach it from a mental standpoint?
I mean, I feel great mentally, bro. I haven't
Yeah.
felt this good in a long time. Mentally,
Yeah.
spiritually, physically, I feel great. Like I feel like I'm just totally focused, and I'm ready to go. Like I'm gonna be ready to go, bro. Like I feel great, and it feels good to be back. When I walked it back into the gym, it's like I'm home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm
Do you
home,
feel
and
like, because you're brimming with excitement and you're chomping at the bit to get back in there, that on fight night, uh, you know, are you aware of, or have you played out the scenario of maybe being, too over exhilarated and having to get in there and kind of dial yourself back? You know what I mean? Like when that opening bell rings, how do you see it playing out?
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna come my way more focused and more composed.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I'm doing yoga as well,
Nice.
which has really, really helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And then my breathing, my strength and conditioning coach is real good about the breathing.
Yeah.
And I do exercise for that as well. So I feel like that's gonna be a big factor. Probably one of the biggest factors
Yeah.
besides, my physical change and everything like that. But the breathing, bro. Like
Yeah.
yoga helps a lot too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was why I asked about the mental part, because I think people think, oh, you're in there doing all this physical stuff. But there is a huge mental part of boxing. Maybe it even outweighs the physical part. I mean, there's a big mental side to
Oh
boxing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not mentally there, um, yeah, even doesn't matter how physically good you are.
Yeah.
If you're not mentally there, bro, if you don't have control like of your head,
Yeah.
it's dangerous. It's
Yeah.
very dangerous.
So explain to me, because I'm a big nickname guy and I don't speak Spanish. So El Gallo Fino, explain it to me, man. Like, what's it mean for people that
It
don't
means
know?
the fine rooster. So
Okay.
my family, my grandpa actually was like real famous for fighting roosters.
Okay.
So we have roosters like my ranch, and that's where me and Roy, you know what I mean, are real good
Yeah.
friends. And
Yeah.
we I I used to be called Sammy the Bull, I remember, and then I changed it to El Gallo Fino when I came
Yeah.
back in,
Yeah.
and it's because I grew up in that, bro. Like I grew up going to rooster fights, you know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
and that was my thing, and that's really because really that helped my mentality too a lot, like the rooster fighting, because they don't fight, they don't stop fighting till the death of them. Like
Right.
they don't stop
Right. That's
fighting
what I think people should know, man. People might be like, what's so tough about a rooster? Roosters fight. Roosters
till they
fight.
die,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
till they're dead on the floor. Even when they're like almost already dead, they're still swinging their arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like their legs.
Yeah.
That's the thing that always taught me that, and that helped me a lot watching as a kid. And that kind of I think built my mentality because nobody knows who you really are until you get dropped, right?
That's
And
true.
every boxer is gonna get dropped once in a life, whether it's
Absolutely.
in sparring or it's in fights, whether they don't want to admit it or not. That's it's gonna happen once in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember, and I said this to him once. I remember Virgil Ortiz was the only guy that knocked me down, and this was an amateur to state Golden Gloves.
Yeah.
And I remember he put everybody else to sleep, bro. And me, I was being the smallest in the weight. I remember I didn't know who he was at that time. This was right before he went pro in 2016, I think,
Yeah.
2017. And anyways, I remember I threw a jab. He hit me, boom, my legs went down, and it was like weird. Like I never felt that. When
Right.
I got up, I remember thinking in my head. That's the first thought that came to my head was, "Now you gotta kill me, motherfucker." You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
I
I'm going
wasn't
into
even
rooster
touching.
mode.
That's the first thing I thought, and I just went straight to him.
Yeah.
And he remembers because we talked about it like recently when I
Yeah.
went to Roberts, and he just it was funny. It was funny to bring up, but I mean that's the real you. You
Yeah.
know, either you're gonna run or hide, or you're
Yep.
gonna fight it out.
Yep.
And that's what the Roosters come in play, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Well said. So, and so listen, man, before I let you out of here, man, first of all, I'm really looking forward to seeing you back in the ring, man. Congratulations on getting through all this stuff, battling back, man, getting yourself into a good headspace and a good place physically, man. I'm happy for you, man. It's all great,
Yeah,
man. Seriously, man. Seriously. And I salute you for getting, it's a long, hard road back for people, man, you know?
yeah.
Um, and so, for people that want to tap in, I know people are out there everywhere, somewhere on social media. So people want to tap in on your journey, keep up with what's going on with you. Where's the best place?
You go on Facebook, Sammy Castaneda. And also Instagram, I got Champ Up Deals,
Okay.
and is also TikTok is Champ Up Deals, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that when I put the episode up, man, I'll connect links to all that stuff so people can find you
Yeah,
too, man.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Of course, man.
Yeah. Congrats, man. And listen, man, again, happy for you, man. And listen, if Tyson Fury ever somehow sees this, man, he should reach out to you, man, personally, man. And it's a great story, man. Boxing helping boxing, man, which you don't always see in the sport. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Nah, that's one guy, man.
it's
I
a
would
great
love, I would
story.
love to talk to him one day.
Yeah, it's a great
Very.
story too, man, because I think especially, and this is not to knock any of the other weight classes, but I think you look at the heavyweight champion of the world, you look at these big, enormous, larger than life guys, and you think, God, they're untouchable. You know what I mean? Nothing can get to a guy like Tyson Fury, 6'9",
Yeah.
290 pounds. I mean, he can't have a problem in the world. So I think
Yeah.
when a guy like him, this larger than life character, man, who looks like has all this confidence and should be walking around like a god on this earth. You know what I mean? You look at him and you think, wow, he tried to take his life. He succumbed to addiction. He had all these problems. I think a guy like him and guys like yourself, people speaking on it, man, is the most important thing. Exchanging information, communicating.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
no, that's the biggest thing. You gotta communicate. You gotta
yeah,
find people to do that, and that's like what Tyson Fury touched me.
yeah,
It's because my culture as well. I want to touch them,
yeah,
and that's the biggest thing about it. And I did have people come up to me
yep,
and tell me that they put themselves into rehab
yeah,
after seeing my story. So
yeah,
I even touched one person's life, like
yep,
that means you know what I mean.
right,
Even if it's just one,
yep, yep,
that's that's like really makes me happy, man, and
yeah,
that's really what I need to hear. And they still message me to this day, like asking me things and stuff like that.
yeah,
So I mean, hey, I'm here for anybody that actually is going through
yeah,
through all that, because I know how it is,
yeah.
and I'm here, bro, for anybody. Like really, it doesn't even matter where you live at that point. You
It's
know what I
big.
mean?
Yeah, it's big. It's inspiring. I love the game plan of the mental health facility, man. There needs to be more places like that out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we're dealing with physical ailments. It'd be great if we could cure cancer. It'd be great if we could cure diabetes, man. But mental health is really, truly, we hear the cliche all the time, a silent killer, man. But people are taking their lives and suffering in silence with this stuff all the time, man. And, there's got to be resources out there for them. And more importantly, they need to be able to go to places where they can feel safe and comfortable hashing this stuff out.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
And that's what I want to do. That's my goal, and it's
Yeah.
gonna happen, man.
I mean, I don't work specifically in psychiatric nursing, but I am a nurse. That's my day job. So I do work in healthcare, man. But I do see this, I working in that healthcare community, I do see it all the time. You know what I mean? Like in all walks of life, young people, old people, healthy people, sick people,
Yeah,
everybody
bro.
wrestles with it. Everybody wrestles with it.
And every person that deals with those demons, this is my favorite thing to say,
Yeah.
is they got something special.
Yes.
Everybody. So
Yeah.
you have every successful person I've talked to, business owners, things like that, they all talk to therapists, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Every single person I've met.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you got something special. I've seen it, bro. Like uncles of my own family that were addicted to hardcore drugs for years and years.
Yep.
Now they're business owners, successful business owners, sober the
y-
6 years, and he's
Yep.
over there owning a big company.
Yep.
Like there's something special in every single person that's dealing with those. You just gotta get out of it. And you gotta,
Yep.
figure out a way to cope with that stuff instead
Yep.
of doing
Yep.
the using the drugs or drinking or to
Yep.
get out of it. Because really we do that to numb it.
Yeah.
So if you do a way to cope with it, you're gonna be something special. That's
And
why
you
I
can
feel
come out
like
of it. Yeah. And you can come out the other side of it, man. You know what I mean? I know sometimes people are in the eye of the storm and they feel hopeless, man. But you know what I mean? You can come through the other side of it, though.
yeah, exactly, and
You
you
can.
can,
Yeah.
and what I always say, if you're still standing and breathing, and you know what I mean, you're alive,
Yeah.
and you pass that part, you're gonna be something special because
Yep.
not a lot of people made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
You're
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Not
I
a lot
think
of
that was.
people made it.
Yeah. I think that was what I hope people take away from this conversation. Certainly, I love. And this is what I do. I try to have these really poignant conversations on this channel. You can look back at the past episodes. Yes, I always focus on boxing because obviously it's a boxing show and I tie it into boxing. But I love moving around the board like this and talking about other stuff because I think these are the conversations sometimes people need to hear. Yeah, hearing about your boxing accolades and what you've done in the ring and what you're going to do is all great to hear. And we want updates on all that stuff, man. But I think these conversations, man, that they happen for a reason,
Yeah, of course.
You
Yeah,
know?
it does.
Yeah.
It does. And I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's my purpose. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
And I hope and hopefully somebody out there who's struggling, man, hears this conversation.
Tell them reach out to me.
Much like you heard Tyson Fury's, man, and reaches out to you, man. And you've already given people, the resources and the ways to, to link up with you. So listen, man, I appreciate you doing this, man. Really means a lot, man. And I got your number now, man. So after the fight, whenever anything's popping, man, I'll have you back on. You always got a platform here, man.
Let's do it, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. It's a
I
pleasure being on
appreciate
here.
you, man. Thank you. It's a great conversation. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right.
Yes, sir.
Later, my man. There he goes, folks. El Gallo Fino, Sammy Castaneda, I was going to say undisputed. See, I'm thinking of Bud and Canelo coming up this weekend. I'm excited. I'm a fan. What can I say? Sammy Castaneda, undefeated 140-pounder. 13-0-1, 8 knockouts. And the good news is, never mind all the boxing stuff. Never mind that he's undefeated. Never mind that he's returning to the ring in October, which is great news. Never mind that he is a highly touted rising star in this sport. But the most important thing is he has found a way to battle through mental illness. It is out there, folks. It is a real problem. And thank God Almighty, people are out there breaking the stigma and willing to talk about it. And especially people in positions like Sammy and like Tyson Fury and like other guys who are perceived to be tough guys, rough exteriors, hard shell. Everybody is affected by mental illness. It can plague anybody and everybody. We're all going through something. We've all got issues. We've all got problems. We've all got stress, anxiety, periods of depression, self-doubt. So listen, we're all going through it. How severe? Varying degrees, obviously, but it can be up to and including suicide, attempted suicide, addiction, as Sammy talked about going through. So listen, another great poignant conversation. And I hope the people out there that needed to hear this, I hope this conversation finds its way to them and they in turn maybe find their way to a guy like Sammy who can maybe do some mentoring, talking, some teaching moments, some advice, anything, much like the way him hearing Tyson Fury's incredible story and journey back impacted him. So listen, man, that's what I do. I'm in the business of great conversations that hopefully, as Sammy said, find the right people and help the right people. So again, another great episode of Off the Couch Boxing in the books. My thanks to Sammy Castaneda, who is back in the ring October 25th. After a year and some change layoff. But it is great to see him back and feeling good physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually. All great things. So that's where I salute Sammy the most, man. That's the true battle. Life. Never mind who you're going to meet in the ring. Life. And I know it sounds trite, but we heard Rocky say it. Nobody hits harder than a life. And no truer words have ever been spoken in a movie. Listen, that's the kind of stuff that you see up on the big screen, but you say, hey, that's real life. I get that, man. The way that hit my ears, boom, boom. You said it right there, man. So listen, man, you can learn a lot, man. Boxing is like a metaphor for life. Life is hitting us all the time, man, from different directions, from different angles, at different strengths, at different speeds. So listen, man, you just got to keep on battling, reach out to people, find resources. Don't be afraid to communicate. Don't be afraid to say you're struggling. Long gone are the days of it being taboo to speak about our feelings, man. We are in 2025 and it is okay, folks. Believe me, it is okay. So get the help you need, man. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends, loved ones, family members, whoever you feel comfortable reaching out to. The help is out there. With that being said, let me go into promotion mode. Got to do it. That's the way you got to tie up the episode here. So make sure to tap into Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. The Facebook page is Off the Couch Boxing and Pod Scum, both podcasts, one Facebook page. You'll get updates on new episodes, when I'm dropping them, who will be on those episodes, and any other big boxing news. If I can share it with you guys, my boxing brethren, whether it's big fight announcements, results, breakdowns, analysis, predictions, viral videos. If it's popping off in the fight game, your boy Reckless Rexx has got you covered. So tap in. You will be kept informed. And of course, if you're watching right now, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to stay tapped in. Go check out those past episodes. Like I say, it is a treasure trove of amazing boxing conversations, much like the one we just had with Sammy Castaneda. So go check it out. Something there for everybody. And you will see, the proof is in the pudding. You will clearly see why I make the bold claim that we are the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcast. Why? Because we are. And you too can be a champion as well while watching at home. All you got to do, the formula is very simple. Just continue to stay tapped in to Off the Couch Boxing and continue to roll with the champs. Peace.